All right, let's get connected here. I want to roll with this sort of royalty statement track. This is Marcus to Fingaz back with another video. In this video, we're going to go over adding credits to the IMDB site if you are a music creator in the sync licensing space and how you can do that. Before we get into that, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to this channel. This is a podcast episode called Syncrets To Success. This is episode 155, I believe. In this podcast series, I discuss the sync licensing journey, the trailer music journey, the path of networking at these panels that I host and organize around the world, the writing camps, all the different things. And I also do plugin reviews. But in this video, I'm going to go over how to add credits from your royalty statement to IMDb. Also, check out some links in the description. This podcast is sponsored by ASTS. They provide some great sounds for us to use in our music productions. Some really great horror sounds, too, as we enter the horror season. All right. In the last episode of this podcast, I went over my latest BMI statement, 14 pages here. Again, I mentioned that I know people that have 50 pages, 100 pages. They're like clocking in. So I'm working my way up there slowly but surely. But I want to show you now how you can add your credits to IMDb. So let's say, for example, if I see this Making of a Bad Boy, they use these 3 songs here. The song titles in this case don't really matter. What matters now is the show and the episode. So in this case, I don't think there was an episode. There is the Making of a Bad Boy. So if I go here and I type in Diddy, the Making of a Bad Boy, I'm on the IMDb site here on the right. I see this is, I see some other shows, but I believe this will be the one 2025. Seems fairly recent. And what I want to do here is I want to scroll down to like a edit page option right here where it says edit page. Let me check. I don't know if you have to have a an account to edit the page. So if I go to IMDb and go to Making Diddy, what was it? Making of a Bad Boy. Yep. Here, if I scroll down to edit page, so I have to sign in. I don't know if you have to have a paid account. I have a free account. So I think if you have a free account, you can still do the edit page. I don't pay for IMDb Pro or anything like that. So I go to edit page here. And what I want to look for is music department right here. And where it says no change, I want to go to add 1 credit. And then continue. I'm not adding anything else. I'm just adding the music department here. Continue. And my name, I'm going to look myself up. I do have some credits here, so I'm going to look up my name. I am the composer of Hemisphere, so that's me. In this case, I'm going to say additional music under occupation. I don't have to put anything here. I usually do provide an explanation where I put music was placed on this film from a sync library. It doesn't have to be that. It could be like sync placement or whatever. It doesn't have to be that long of a sentence. And then I hit check these updates. So what it's going to do, because I've done a lot of this before as I get my statements, I'm still someone who still goes through and adds stuff. This one will probably say that it already has it selected and credited. So in this case, it'll say this credit has warnings. I'm already credited on this because I did this before. So I won't go ahead and do this, but what you would do is go through the process. I don't really know if I have any new ones that I haven't done before because I go through this when I get new statements. Some of them are repeats from other statements. Let me go to, I don't know if I did the National Geographic stuff. I'm going to see if I can get to one that I haven't done before. But what you would do is you would go through the updates and then you would hit save and then it'll show up on your IMDb credit listing. I'm going to look up the Northwoods Survival. I'm gonna hit search, which is a National Geographic thing. Is that this one? I believe. Is there an episode? Best Laid Planes. So in this case, I'm gonna look up for an episode like this one, Best Laid Planes, that aired October 15th, 2024. You see it on my statement. This was as of August 2025. So you see how long some of these things take to almost a year later to show up on the statement. But I have Best Laid Planes. I have a placement actually 3. Actually, it's on different channels. So I have a placement on there. So I go to Best Laid Planes, click on that episode there. I'm going to scroll down to edit page. And then we're going to look for music department. I probably did this one also. Add 1 credit, continue. I'm pretty sure I did this. Marcus Manderson, Hemisphere. We're going to say additional music. I'm moving kind of fast, but definitely rewatch in slow motion if you want. I'm going to do music placed through a sync library or sync agent or whatever. Check these updates. I'm fairly sure I did this one. Fingers crossed. Yeah, sorry, I already did this one. I think it would be green if I didn't do it instead of this whatever khaki color. So I've done a lot of these, so I can't really show you in full. Maybe when I get the next one, I will show you. Let's look up WWE SmackDown. I know I did that one as well because that one was big statement. This has been airing since 1999. So how do I figure out which episode? It says episode 1326. That could mean season 13, episode 26. It could mean a bunch of things. So sometimes it might not be a way to figure out which episode you're on. So I might just pick a random episode. Let me see, 1326. It might be, or it could be also episode 1326. And you'd have to do some, I have a meeting in 15 minutes. You have to do some research to figure out what exact episode it was on. I think I did some like digging down the rabbit hole to find that one. And then this one says January 10th, 2025. So what I can do is, I see that there, is I can go into the different episodes. So if I go to 27 seasons, this will be season, even though this says season 5, this says season 27. That's 2023. So I want to look up maybe season 27. If I go down to, I want to see the episodes. Let's go to episodes, top rated, 27 years. It's not showing me the seasons quite yet. I want to see like season 27. I want to find that episode that, let me go here. Oh, so I did see that there were 1366 episodes. So I could do some math, go back 40 episodes, and then episode 1326 would be obviously the one I placed. I might have done that also. So if let's say, I'm not going to do that live here, do the math in my head, pause. But I could say, if this episode right here is episode 1366, go back 40, and then that'll tell me 1326. But I'm looking for January 10th. So it'll tell me the air date. If you see right here, right now we are in January 3rd, 10th, 17th, 24th. So I'm looking for January 10th. So January 10th was this episode here, Table Tumble. So likelihood of this song being this show, this episode, in that case, I would click this one. I would go to edit page, as we've done the last couple times. I don't know if I did this one actually, so we'll find out. Go to music department, add 1 credit. Continue. Do not add credits if they are not your credits, because if they come tracking the stuff down for you and it's like, oh, you didn't compose the music for that show, you didn't have any sync placements, you want to be honest in this space, because your word really can take you a long way. Music placed from a sync library. Let's see. Did I do this one? I probably did this one. I did this one. So you see, I did all that before. It's already credited, so can't do that one. So yeah, I probably went through all these. I know I did Love and Hip Hop before. So I can't really show you fully, like I said, but this is a way where you can go in, and once you get to that green page, you would hit save, and then it will add your credit to that. So if I go to my name here, Marcus. So I have a shortcut set up where I type in FN. It's not working here, but if I type in FN and LN, it'll be my first name and last name. Marcus Manderson, search. I want to look for my name, which is Hemisphere. There's Henderson here. There's an Anderson, but my name, I did Hemisphere. I think I have to have a paid account to upload my image here. Or maybe I can do it here. I don't know. I'm not going to do that right now. But then it'll show some credits. There's a SmackDown thing. There's Hemisphere, the film I scored, Airshift, which will be coming out this year. I'm the composer for that. Waging War, which is a 2016, I think, independent film project. Known for, I don't know if I'm known for any of that. But then here's the credits that I've added. So you see 2 episodes of Dateline, 7 episodes of Fatal Attraction. These are all mostly sync placements. Diddy, I added that before. Sold on SLC. 5 episodes, 4 episodes here. Catfish has been sort of my number one. I have some for this year, which I don't think I've added yet. MILF Manners. So, and then I can go to see all. And it'll be some different shows and episodes and things. So that's one way to add credits. Upcoming should be Airshift. Yep. Previous, let's see what previous is. Previous films, Jack on the Come Up was another short film I did. Beta to the Max, I did that forever ago. I forgot about that one. But you can start adding your credits here. And details, whatever you want to add. And you can start building your IMDb page. Do you have to do this? No, I know plenty of people, especially those who started in the sync space 10, 20 years ago, that don't even do any of this. Has it helped me at all? It has helped me in getting composer opportunities where they've asked for IMDb page, where I send them my link, and it looks fairly decent. But other than that, maybe it's great for you to keep track of things. I think at some point, once I start getting to way more placements, as those are building up, I might not do it as much for all the shows and stuff. Because if you're getting, thousands of placements a quarter, maybe you're not going to go through and add all those. But for now, I'm in the place where I'm keeping track, and I understand I would love to get to the place where I don't have to keep track and share that with the world. and just stay behind the scenes. But for some reason, I'm not behind the scenes. But thank you for the support. Definitely check out how you can add your credits to IMDb. If you are unfamiliar with the sync space, I do sync consults. So definitely hit me up if you want to have a consult. I have some links in the description as well. Check out all the links to resources and products and services that I use and offer. And I'm starting a school community. So definitely check out the school community focused on sync that I'm launching. I'll be showing my process of creating music for sync and things like that, mixing and just some projects that I'm working on. So check out the last episode also where I went over my BMI statement. The statement you see on the left here that I'm scrolling through. You can check out how I analyze these statements and how I use it to inform my direction forward in the sync space. So combining this with some of the other resources that I've shared on my podcast, including some of those platforms like Sync Match and Disco and TuneSat and Track.io, TRQK, I think. Is it trqk.io? All these resources inform us of how we can move forward with our sync and production music space. So thank you for checking it out. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll see you in the next episode. All right. Peace.